Hi, I'm Alex Clark, the writer and director of Soir, the radio play you're about to hear. We'll be taking a look into the lives of a girl and a boy, who some might call pretentious, and find out what they think about themselves, each other, and what they might find out along the way. As a content warning, the following play contains mention of smoking, which some listeners may find distressing. Now all there is to say is, I hope you enjoy.
Le concept de soi is the French term used for one's sense of self-identity. Within this concept there lies the theory of stat de miroir, which states that after a certain age, children and chimpanzees start to recognize themselves in the mirror. Following these observations, it is therefore logical to assume that by this stage, the infant has assumed a sense of self-awareness, a knowledge of their own presence and being. This means that from as early as 6 months old, the human being has a concept of self-identity, something that many people don't fully actualize until much later on. Whilst we start developing these ideas so early, it can take a lifetime to find oneself. I, however, understand myself, my soi, perfectly. However, English is not a pure enough language to express it. So instead, I will use the most emotive of all languages, French, the language of Godard, Truffaut, and Camus. Why? Parce que je suis tellement putain de triste. It's impossible to truly state how sad I am. It's just so complex. Even my sadness is sad. It's like being in a cave. Dark, cold, empty. And because caves are pretty sad. My mind is like the ocean, an incomprehensible, unmappable, vast expanse, deep and unreadable, because it's so complex. It is a metaphor, because my mind isn't actually wet, but it is the other things, like deep and complex. I watch the screen before me and feel myself reflected back in the images it shows. They are feeling what I do, and I feel what they do. My spirit is old and elevated and can only be conveyed through the medium of music. Alexa, play my spirit.
Now playing your spirit.
I want to dance, but I am overwhelmed by my own despair, so instead I lament my sadness. My soul is how I have my coffee. Strong, black, and in a little cup. I only drink black coffee because it is the most true coffee, the purest, and yet the most bitter, like reality. Inside my soul, a torment exists. It is spinning, turning, churning, like my mind, but slightly different. I reflect upon my soul as I taste the bitter tang of it from my cup. My soul is very complex, so it takes a lot of reflection. As I traverse this world, the thought never leaves my side that I am alone. No one else knows what this burden is like, how I feel, what I know about myself, reality, or them. I am alone, and I am different in that. I am unique in this aspect. I go to a party, but all I can do is reflect upon my inner turmoil, whilst all those around me have fun. In an attempt to normalise, I drag myself away from myself and go outside, in the hope someone might save me from my inner turmoil. As I catch a breath of fresh air, someone approaches me. They are a boy, but I do not know their name. He smells of cigarettes and black coffee, and his eyes are a dark, dazzling shade of green. Or maybe a different colour. To me, it all looks grey.
A girl is standing on the balcony when I come outside. She is pretty, her hair tousled in the wind and her lips pouting mournfully. As she looks at me, I see her soul through the gateways of her eyes. It is beautiful and old, like a tree.
He takes a drag of his cigarette before finally he philosophises to me.
Hey.
He is highly attractive, and I have to steady myself before I attempt to flirt back. Hey.
She flirts with me, and as I stand there, engrossed in the conversation, thoughts flicker through my mind of myself and her, alone, in my bed, marathoning the works of Ingmar Bergman. I search for the right thing to say, to truly understand her, to see into her tormented soul, to see her inner self. Hey.
As we stand on the balcony and talk intimately, it seems he is inside my very mind, and we are conversing there.
You seem like you're pretty complex.
I am, as do you.
I am.
I lose grip on my cigarette and drop it off the balcony, watching as it falls. As it tumbles, it feels like a metaphor for my life, a spark forever falling to its inevitable doom. However, even as it falls away, he proffers me another life, a new spark of light, and his is slightly cooler than mine. I take the cigarette as he leans in close to light it. The entire world melts away. Time melts before us.
Day turns to night.
And night once again turns to day.
As we two at once on the balcony.
And in the vast ocean of my mind,
feel the tide fall and rise around us.
The moment is singular. To explain it would ruin its beauty.
Do you, want to meet again?
He says, and I reply, yes, I do. I decide in my head that the next time we meet we will get dinner, watch a romantic film, like the 400 Blows, and then we will lie in bed and smoke, whilst we lament the world in which our future children would grow up in. I ask him what he would have us do, but he refuses to comment. I ask him what I should bring, but once again he refuses me. I ask him what I should do, and he simply replies, "Be yourself." Then he slips away, until I will see him again. Later on, as I prepare to meet him, I examine myself in the mirror. For such a simple instruction, I find myself struggling to follow it. To be myself. Once I was so sure of what this meant, but now I no longer am. As I stare, I find myself searching deeper, below the mirror, to my soi, myself. It is murky, but still turbulent, like the sea, if it were muddy. Images flash in my mind, a herd, a shoal, a pack, a flock, as I reflect. I see a girl in colour, smiling, she's me, but she's not who I see in the mirror. Colours, shapes, thoughts flash through my mind, the tide swells. Images flash in my mind, colours, shapes, thoughts flash through my mind, the tide swells. Images, she's me, but she's not, a herd, a shoal, a pack, a flock, she's not. colours, shapes, thoughts flash through my mind. Then, the picture clears. Hey.
Hey, you've changed.
Yeah, I guess
You look
bright? Silly.
great. I like it. Suits you.
It's me. The frame expands, the colour returns, we talk, and it's nice.